Do I really have to review The Long Game? Yes, because that episode was fantastic. And you know what? So was I. Hello guys, and welcome to my latest Doctor Who review of this series. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Christopher Eccleston story, The Long Game. Right. Shall I just get my really major points out of the way first? Okay, basically my main problem with this story is that the premise of the story is too large to fit in a 45-minute long episode, if that makes sense. Because we look down at the Great Human Earth. The Earth. I can't remember what he says. It's something like the Human Empire, something like that. And we look down at it and we see loads of skyscrapers and things. And I think the writer of this episode is basically, trying to tease us all with this sight of the Earth and what it is in this current state. But before I move on, I'll just show you the plot, as I've just got my major point out of the way. In the far future, Satellite 5 broadcasts the entire Earth Empire. Nothing escapes the eye of the sinister editor, and the Doctor suspects mankind is being manipulated. But who is the editor working for? And does Adam have what it takes to become the Time Lord's companion? So yeah, and also let's talk about the villain, the editor. Not the best villain, I should say, and it seems to be that the previous villains, like Henry Van Staten, he's not really. I suppose he is a villain in a way. And some of the characters like the Slitheen, Cassandra, all those were sort of wanting money in a way, as the editor was working for banks. Now, I think Russell T Davies is, been a bit over the top with this in this series, and it's good that in Father's Day we have a completely different and abnormal alien to villain to what we usually get in the series, which is good. But anyway, what else is there? Ah, yes, the mighty Jagrafess. It's kind of difficult to describe what the hell that creature is, but overall, I think that it's a bit of a pointless thing, really. You've got the editor, and then you've got this, whatever the hell this is. It's the mighty Jagrafess of the Holy Maxrafian Foe. I think that's how you pronounce it, or Max for short, as the editor calls it. And the editor is played by Simon Pegg, as we know from Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead and The World's End, and some of the films I can't remember, and a very brief appearance in Band of Brothers. But why? I'm not sure why they decided to cast Simon Pegg as the editor, as he is well known for his comedy. But I think Simon Pegg is sort of like the star of the show, and he does play a fairly good performance as the editor. It would have made sense to have cast a different person as the editor, but Simon Pegg, I believe, is a fan of Doctor Who, so it kind of makes sense to put him in the show if he is a fan, which I'm sure he is, as I just said. That doesn't make sense, but never mind. Right, there's some other characters as well, like Adam. To be honest, Adam is a bit of a prick, and there's nothing really to be developed in this character, as he's already a boy genius and he wants to see the stars, and he has seen the stars now, and he's a pretty useless, and, well, I would say he was useless because he's a boy genius, but I'd say in the story it's like a test and to see if he can be the right companion, but inevitably he fails the test, and yeah, Adam is just a really bad character. I believe the actor's real name in real life is Bruno, but I can't remember his second name. But yeah, Adam is a bit of a arsehole, really, and it's pretty scary when we see the Doctor confront Adam at the very end of the episode. Well, like 5 minutes towards the end of the episode. That's a pretty cool scene. I like that. But overall, I'd say my conclusion for this episode is that it's probably the weakest episode in series 1. Because it's just when I first saw it, I just thought it was a really boring story. There's like one moment where it did sort of make me jump when it was the sort of dead people in like the spike chamber thing. When Kathlika pulls, no, I think it's Suki who pulls back the one of the bodies, and you see like a dead corpse. That kind of frightened me a bit, but overall, it's quite problematic, the story, like I said, where the premise was too wide to fit in a 45-minute episode. But yeah, I think that's basically all I have to say about this fairly dull story. Like I said, in my opinion, it is the weakest in series 1. But I wonder if you guys, what do you guys think of this episode? Because I personally do not like it. And I think it just gets worse every time I watch it. I've only watched it like 5 times, but overall I don't like it. I mean, performances are good as usual from all actors, like including the actresses who play Kathlika and Suki, and obviously the guy who played Adam, who's was a good actor in this. But overall, the character was stupid. I didn't like the actor in this at all. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably have to give it a 4, because I don't really like this episode at all. I think it's dull, I think it's boring, and it's just really problematic in some areas. But yeah, that's my rating and my overall thoughts. And before I go, I just want to say that I'm going to start what I've been sort of told by Matthew Rowney from Who Would X Reviews, that it'll probably be a good idea to start answering comments, so instead of just replying to them. So I think that would be good, because it'll be like people getting a shout out in the space of one video, like 5 people getting shout outs in the space of one video, and I think that would be really good. And I think that's why oh, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say there, but yeah, I think I should start answering comments. So yeah, thank you for watching this, guys, and I'll catch you next time. So please leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll read them out and tell you if I agree with them in the next video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.